Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Lane. Today I'm doing a realistic rebuild of the Green Bay Packers. If you didn't know, I do new rebuilds every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. By the way, if you could hit that like button, it would help me out a ton. But let's go check out the team. Why did it take the Packers so long to build a defense for this team? I mean, I understand you have Rodgers on the team, but you need a defense. How many more Super Bowls would they at least be in if they had a defense? 2, 3 at least? I know the NFC can be tough, but you just can't depend on your quarterback, in my opinion. But Rodgers is a 90 overall superstar X Factor. He's going to be on this team till he retires, obviously. They drafted Jenkins, the right guard, also Jay Sternberger, the tight end. He is injured at the moment. We won't be able to check him out for a while. But Jenkins is a 70 overall, normal development, 23 years old. 89 strength, 73 run block, 73 pass block. We will give him time to develop since he is a 70 overall, but by year 3, if he's not up in the high 70s, I'll probably move on from him. Now, depending on how Jay Sternberger develops, I think tight end could be a weak point of this team because Jimmy Graham's 32, Lewis is 35. So they're going to dip in overall this season, and that's not a good sign. Now, for receiver 2, I think we are pretty weak there because I don't think Valdez-Scantling or Geronimo Allison are number 2 guys. Definitely number 3, number 4 guys, but I can't depend on Davante Adams to do everything for this offense. Aaron Jones at running back is pretty good. Now, we will have to get a new left guard and right tackle eventually. Taylor's a 71 overall. I mean, that's fine for now, but that's not going to hold up long term. And our right tackle is 30 years old, so not much to do on this offense. Just weapons for Aaron Rodgers, a few offensive linemen. But let's go check out that defense. Now, I love the Packers defense. When they picked up Adrian Amos, Zadarius Smith, Preston Smith, I thought those were such great pickups, along with drafting Gary and Savage. Let's check out Gary first. He's a 72 overall, hidden development, 21 years old. 78 tackles, 78 hit power, 86 speed, 88 acceleration. Gonna be very exciting to see how he does. Along with Savage, a free safety, who's a 73 overall, hidden development, 22 years old. 93 speed, 74 zone, 67 tackle, 80 pursuit. Now, the only weak points of this defense is middle linebacker 2, left end, and right end, which we can definitely get all those players in a 2020 draft class. But I love their secondary. I love their defensive tackle, Kenny Clark. Love Blake Martinez. So I'm very excited to see how we do in this rebuild. So let's go to the midseason mark. Now, I did a video last week using C4's draft class, and a lot of people suggested I do that in my next rebuild. So that's what we're going to do today. But let's see how we're doing at the midseason mark. We are tied with the Vikings at 3-5. I doubt it. The Bears at first at 6-1. Okay. But the Lions at 5-1-1? No way. Matthew Stafford and the Lions? I just don't see it. Who did we lose to? The Bears. Okay, I can accept that. We lost to the Broncos. No way. Lost to the Eagles. All right. Lost to the Lions by 16. That's just a travesty. And then lost to the Chiefs by 3. I mean, that's all right. But let's see who's going to be a free agent. That's our right tackle. Who else is going to be here? Mercedes Lewis, Blake Martinez is there. I want to bring him back. We have $19.6 million. Let's just see if he takes this offer. Okay, he needs more money. I kind of figured that was going to happen. Let's bring back Kyler Fackrell. Let's go 3 years, 5-1 for a 75 overall guy. I'm going to think about that one. Williams can go. Max Crosby, maybe in the offseason. Allison did get re-signed, so I'm actually going to look up what he got re-signed for. Oh, he only signed a 1-year deal. Interesting. So let's just try 3 years, 2.5, see if he takes it, which he will. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to sign everybody else that I think is necessary, then we'll go to the playoffs. We snuck our way into the playoffs at 10-6. We're playing against the 11-5 Dallas Cowboys, and I just don't want to lose to the Cowboys. Their fan base is so bad. They love to bring up they won the Super Bowl 20 years ago. And I know that's how the Patriots are going to be in 10 years, but I'll just ignore that for now. Trust me. The Bears went 12-4, Lions 9-6-1, the Vikings 5-11. Let's see how our guys did. Rodgers 4,200 yards, 35 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Not his best year for sure. Rushing Aaron Jones 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Williams with 7. Receiving Adams 93 catches, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. Awesome year. Allison 850 with 7. Valdez-Scantling 830 with 6. Jimmy Graham 7 touchdowns. On defense, Blake Martinez, 114 tackles. Sack totals, 13 for Clark, 6 for Smith, 5 for Lowry. Where's Gary? Savage didn't have any, but Gary only had 5 tackles. I know he's a backup, but come on. Interceptions, Amos with 3, 2 for King, 2 for Savage, the rookie, 2 for Williams. Now, where are we going to be in the MVP race? Top 5, I hope? No, not even top 7. Watson with the MVP. Rivers, Brissett, Mayfield. We're not even in the top 10, but Allen Mariota is, I mean, come on. Coach of the Year, Freddie Kitchens, if you say so. We're at number 5. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Elliott and Prescott 1 and 2. I thought we weren't going to be there, but we're there at number 9. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack's there, D Ford. Offensive Rookie, Kyler Murray. We wouldn't have anybody there. Defensive Rookie, Byron Murphy. There we are with Savage at 6. That's pretty good. Now, actually, I saw the Vikings went 5 and 11. I want to see how Dalvin Cook does in simulation. Let's find out. How did Kirk Cousins? 26 and 11. Okay. Dalvin Cook, 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns. I thought he'd do a lot better than that, but I guess not. His rating next year, if he keeps performing the way he is going to be insane. Now, let's see the developments for Gary, for Savage. I imagine just star, but I think Gary went pick number 11, right? Oh, he doesn't even have a development yet. But he has 7 XP points. He's going to be a 79. 5 for Savage would be a 78. So we're in great shape there. What does Smith has? 1. Martinez with 3. Preston Smith with 1. I mean, I thought Alexander would have more than 1. King has 3. Jackson with 3. So we're fine on defense. What about on offense? Nothing. I mean, Jenkins has 3. That's good. How long is Sternberger out? Is he still out? I imagine, right? He's not on the chart. Let's see. Tight end. Oh, no. There he is right there. 72 overall. Still injured, though. He's out for 30 weeks? 72 overall. Normal development. Out for 30 weeks. 81 speed. 82 catching. 60 run block. 61 awareness. 30 weeks? What are we talking about here? Let's hop into the... Actually, let's upgrade our players, then hop into the game. The worst part is we're playing in Cowboys Stadium, but they are up 7-0. 7-3 now. Come on, Rodgers. Don't stall out like this. All right, we're up by 3. That's good to see. 14-10. 21-10 at halftime. 21-13. We are going to lose this game. Yup, this game is so over. We're in the 4th quarter. Yeah, there's no chance. 31-16. I thought about hopping into the game. Just doesn't make sense at this point. We have lost the game. Was it 31-16? Yeah, that is not good. What'd you do, Rodgers? 92 rating, 331, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Prescott, 238, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, if you say so. Elliott, 124 with a touchdown. Jones, 97. Allison, 12 for 146. Adams, 11 for 104. 13 catches between 2 guys. Touchdown for Randall Cobb. Touchdown for Graham, Witten, and Gallup. Nothing else too exciting. The Browns beat the Bears 42-28. Seems like Madden loves that matchup, probably because they're 2 of the highest overall teams. We're going to let our right tackle go. Martinez, I'll bring back. Don't need him. Don't need him. Crosby, I'll bring back. I'll probably try to bring him back. Campbell, probably not. Brown, I'll bring back. Goodson, maybe. 69 overall, 27 years old. What does he really want for money? What do we have? 9.93. So let's worry about Blake Martinez first. We only have 1.78 million in cap space. If there's anybody here, I will try to cut somebody, but we don't need Kareem Hunt. We don't need Luck, obviously. Kendall Fuller, we don't need. Jones, we don't need. They cut Daniels. I don't really see anybody. Like Ngakoue, no. Doesn't really fit our scheme. Aguilar's there, which would be interesting at 70 points, though. I mean, Allison played incredible, so I'll probably just let him stay on the team. Eric Berry's there. Darby's there. I think we're fine for free agency. Let's just go to the draft. Now, we have the 22nd overall pick, and I'm looking at my options, and it's either the left end or maybe Trey Adams, the left tackle. I think it might be Trey Adams. We just lost a tackle. We're going to need one, so let's take him. He's a 78 overall, hidden development, 22 years old, 89 strength, 78 run block, 87 pass block. In the 2nd round, we're going to take right end Bradley Anae. He's a 71 overall, normal development, 22 years old, 82 power moves, 83 finesse, 77 speed, 82 acceleration. So here are the rest of the guys I drafted. I drafted in the 3rd round receiver Peoples-Jones. He's a 72 overall. In the 4th round strong safety Esworth. He's a 69 overall. In the 5th round defensive tackle Huntington, 58. In the 6th round free safety Cromartie's a 59. In the 7th I drafted McDuffie and Robertson, 56 and 57 overalls. I think this is a pretty good draft. So I tried trading Jimmy Graham at 79 overall, but nobody wanted him, and Sternberger is back, so I'm going to cut him. Save about $4 million, which is fine. Let Sternberger develop. That'll be a way better idea than keeping Jimmy Graham on this team. So in year 2, Aaron Rodgers is down to an 84 overall already? So maybe he won't be here all the way through this rebuild. I just assumed he would be. How do you go from a 90 to an 84 in 1 year when you're Aaron Rodgers? I just don't get that whatsoever. So Valdez-Scantling's a 76, Allison's a 75, so they didn't really go up that much in overall, which is a little concerning. The offensive line didn't really change. We have Trey Adams now, so that'll be fine. On defense, Gary has star development. He's a 79 overall. We have for Savage 78 overall, so that's going to work. But I mean, we have a Nate at right end, so that's fine. But nothing really changed on this team, which was expected. But let's go to the midseason mark. All right, at the midseason mark, we're 4-3. Where does that put us? In second place, the Bears are 6-1. But look at the Vikings and the Lions at 1-6 and 1-7. That is not very good. How are we doing? Who do we lose to? We lost to the Vikings. I don't like to see that. Lost to the Titans, same thing. And lost to the Bears, which is acceptable. But, I mean, lost to the Vikings and the Titans. That's not a good sign for this team. Now, who's going to be a free agent? Bakhtiari is, so we'll definitely bring him back. Kenny Clark, same thing. Aaron Jones, Kevin King. Ooh, there's a lot of guys to bring back. And what do we have for money? 43 point. Okay, we could definitely work with that. This is going to be a long rebuild of getting wild card spot after wild card spot after wild card spot. We went 10-6 again, playing against the 9-6-1 Seattle Seahawks. The Bears went 12-4. The Vikings and the Lions 3-13. Rodgers, 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, so he is dropping off. I don't like to see that. Rushing, Jones, 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns. Williams with 13. He's going to be a free agent too, and I was going to let him walk. Adams, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Valdez, 913 with 8. Allison, 861 with 5. Sternberger, 605 with 3. On defense, Martinez, 105 tackles, sack totals. 12 for Clark, 4 for Lowry, 3.5 for Smith. Gary, 2, okay. What about Savage? You have any? No interceptions either. 4 interceptions by Alexander, 3 by Martinez, 2 for Smith, King, and Jackson. I mean, Martinez has to be in the Defensive Player of the Year race. He just has to be. Yearly awards. Tom Brady's still in the league with the MVP. Trubisky, number 2. We up here at all? I don't see it, no. Coach of the Year. We are at number 7. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. We have to be up here now. Number 10. So we're going way down that list. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack. Really? I thought Martinez would be up here for sure. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We drafted an offensive lineman. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Hey, an A's at number 10, but was expecting a little bit better than that. Let's see. What do we have for XP? And what is Trey Adams, a superstar with 5 XP. He'll be at 83. Pretty good amount on the offensive line. Valdez with 2. Allison with 1. What about Peoples-Jones with 3? He'll be a 75. Sternberger with 2. 2 for Kenny Clark. Gary with 2 will be an 81. Savage with 2 will be an 80. So we're still in great shape. What about Jackson? 2 will be a 76. Perfect for a number 3 guy. But let's upgrade our team and then hop into the game against the Seattle Seahawks. See if we can get to the divisional round. They'll probably lose to the Cowboys there for some reason. And away we go, playing on the road yet again, and they're up 7-0. Does Aaron Rodgers ever show up for the playoffs? We're down 10-3, 13-3 at halftime, 13-6. Okay, I'll be fair. Tie ball game, 13-3, 20-3. He's looking good. If they score here, oh, did I just punt it? I might have punted it away. Let's find out. Oh yeah, they get the ball. Let's go. Actually, let's go change the possessions again. Okay, now we're going to hop in. Go a little slow so we can watch along. Let's go change a possession. So we're down by 3 with about 8 minutes left in the game. That's doable. And it's Aaron Rodgers, so it should be easy. Of course. Of course. That is so unbelievable. First play that I watch, interception. And now we're done for. We have to be done for. I'm going to go change a possession again. Just to see if they try to score. A negative in another interception. Is it all the tabloids, all the newspapers, all the ESPN be like, is it time for the Packers to move on from Aaron Rodgers? Yes, it is. He has to have at least 3 interceptions, right? At least 2. He has 2. 70 rating, 280, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Wilson didn't do much better, 266 with a touchdown. Jones, 49 yards, 2 touchdowns. Carson with 1. Wilson with 1. Lockett, 99 yards with a touchdown. Valdez with 27. Sternberger with 40. Adams, 61. This is just ugly. And as a Patriots fan, trust me, I know all about that. Is it time to move on from your quarterback question? I feel like whenever Brady throws an interception, Max Kellerman's like, oh, I told you. Brady fell off a cliff. You didn't see it 5 years ago when I said it? Like, get out of here. But speaking of Brady, he won the Super Bowl beating Drew Brees. Actually, that's not Drew Brees. It's Jake Fromm. 35-21. All right, let's see who's going to be a free agent for this team that we have to bring back. Lindsey, I don't know about. Williams, I think we're going to let him walk. What do we have for money? Yeah, not much. Taylor can walk. Brown can walk. Most of these guys can walk. But what does Lindsey want? Does he want 1 year? He wants 2 years. I'm just not going to do that. We have $4.26 million. If there is somebody good here, like him, man, imagine Jalen Ramsey, Alexander, and Kevin King. That would be crazy. 92 points from the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are basically tanking their team, in my opinion. McKinley's there. That'd be pretty good. But we don't really have the money for any of these guys. I do want to see if we can open up any amount of money. Maybe $3 million, $4 million. Adams can open up a lot of money. I'm not going to do that. I want to go like this. Who's the first guy that I could save $1 million with? Anybody? Josh Jackson. He's 25 years old. Doesn't really make sense. No. Just nobody, basically. I mean, it makes sense because this team is pretty good and pretty young, so that's why they have all contracts. But I'm going to look around, see if I can pick up anybody for cheap, like an end or a linebacker. So there were no good defensive linemen, linebackers, offensive linemen. So I signed John Ross to a 3-year deal worth $13.5 million. With the 23rd pick in the first round, we're taking left end Richie Cooks. He's a 74 overall with hidden development, 21 years old, 76 power move, 75 finesse, 77 speed, 85 acceleration. How do I pass up on this? I don't think I can. I'm going to take this quarterback, Dave Gray, who looks like an absolute beast. He's a 74 overall with only normal development, 21 years old, 92 throw power, 77 deep accuracy, 81 medium, 83 short. I mean, with normal development, he's not going to amount to anything. So in the 3rd round, I drafted center Gruber. He's a 66 overall. We lost Lindsey, so we needed one. In the 4th, I took right tackle Bailey, 67 overall. The 5th, I took a corner in Williams, 60 overall. The last 2 rounds, nothing really to talk about here. I just looked at all the contracts of my players, and nobody's worth trading. So I guess this is our team heading into year 3. We have a 78 overall team. The offensive line is a little bit weaker, but I think that'll be fine. We have John Ross as our number 2, number 3 guy, which is awesome. Aaron Rodgers is down to an 81, by the way. Gary is starting at right outside linebacker. A middle linebacker, too, is still a little weak, but I think that should be fine. Other than that, we have Cooks at right end, and we should be good to go. Let's go to the midseason mark. We are tied for 2nd place with the Lions of all teams at 3-4, and the Bears are in 1st place at 5-3. Who are we losing to? The Steelers by 3, the Saints by 11, got blown out by the Rams, and lost to the Bengals by 1. The Bengals? Please tell me it's not Andy Dalton. There's no way it could be at this point, but that does worry me. So Adams and Alexander are going to be free agents. Valdez going to be a free agent. Jackson's going to be a free agent. I mean, I'm going to bring back all these guys if we have the money for it. How much money do we have? 13.9. Ooh, that's not good. This is not a good sign. I probably should have signed Alexander first, but I did Adams. So now I don't have enough money to get any of these guys. How do we not make the playoffs with this roster? It makes no sense. We went 7-9, and the Bears went 10-6 too, so this was our chance, and we blew it. The Lions 5-11, the Vikings 4-12. It's unbelievable. Rodgers 4,300 yards, 37 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, his best year yet, in this game at least. Rushing, Jones 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Scott with 7. Receiving, Valdez 111 catches, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns in his contract year. Wow. Adams 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Allison 775 with 8. Sternberger 550, 4 touchdowns. Ross with 3. 3 for Aaron Jones. On defense, Martinez 124 tackles. Sack total 7.5 for Clark, 5.5 for Smith, 4.5 for Martinez, 3.5 for Gary. Savage still doesn't have any. Interceptions, 4 for Alexander, 3 for Smith, 2 for Amos, 1 for Jackson. And we have to bring back Alexander and probably Jackson as well. I'm going to have to make some tough trades or cuts for sure. Yearly awards, Allen with the MVP. Fromm's there, Mahomes. Rodgers at number 8. Coach of the Year, we wouldn't be there. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, we're number 3. I like how the higher up we are, we don't make the playoffs. We were 9-10 and we made it. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack. No Packers. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Nothing. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, we have Cooks number 8. I am interested to see what his development is, but I imagine it's just going to be star, so that's not going to be a good sign. 76 overall team, too. Rodgers doesn't have any. I imagine he's going to be under 80 after the season. Adams with 1. Valdez only with 1. John Ross with 1. 3 for Adams would be an 86. 3 for Gruber. 5 for Bailey, which is good. 2 for Jenkins. So the offensive line is keeping up, which I like. On defense, where is he? Cooks, who's not starting for some reason. Star development with 4. Ane has 2, will be a 76. Lowry we're probably going to cut. Gary with 1. Savage with 2. Nothing special. Is there any way? I know I can't trade anybody yet, which is going to be bringing my guys back really complicated. Actually, I probably have to go in the offseason for this. Yeah, probably. Let's find out who's going to win the Super Bowl. The Ravens beat the Seahawks 32-29. On what planet is Lamar Jackson going to win the Super Bowl? I just don't see it. What do we have for money? 3.83. I want to see if I put this up at all. It's going to give me that whole like, oh, you don't have enough say. Yeah, this is going to be so annoying. Let's go find out. Who can we cut? I'm going to have to make a tough cut. I'm not losing Alexander. This is not happening. Let's see. We can lose. I mean, he's down to a 75 overall. Goodbye, Aaron Rodgers. You guys are going to hate me, but that's $12 million. I saved $12 million and I could sign Alexander. I have to do that. Za'Darius Smith, I arguably should do it as well. I think I'm going to. Oh, no, we're going to cut Smith. That makes more sense. Because Preston Smith. I know I keep doing that, but I think that makes more sense. We save $8 million. Yeah, because Za'Darius Smith's still 29, so that'll be all right. All right, now we open up a good amount of money. Who is Billy Turner? And why does he cost so much money? Goodbye, so long. All right, we should be able to sign most of these guys along with go to free agency and get some guys. Let's find out what we have for money now. And then I'll show you guys what I did after. 45.2. Oh, yeah, easy. He just told me he's going to go to free agency, so I'm going to have to franchise tag him. So we still have $12 million. That's not bad. Who's going to be here, though? Leighton Vander Esch is there. It doesn't make sense, but that's interesting. J.J. Watt. Orlando Brown is there. 97 points. All right, I'm going to look around. Wow, Adams up the Superstar X Factor. Okay, I'm going to go look around, make some moves. So I signed left guard Connor Williams to a 5-year, $61.6 million deal. With the 12th pick in the first round, we're taking right end Dominique Rotten. He's a 73 overall, normal development, 64 pound moves, 77 finesse, 81 speed, 87 acceleration. In the second round, we're taking right end Ellis Gentry. He's a 70 overall, normal development, 63 power moves, 77 finesse, 83 speed, 83 acceleration. This is probably one of my worst drafts I've ever done. In the third round, I took a quarterback, Martin, 64 overall. In the fourth, the middle linebacker, Morris, 63 overall. And the rest are just not any good, which is very concerning at this point. But I had an idea. So I do think, we can't even do it yet, but I'll talk about it. I do think the Packers are going to keep Rodgers until he retires, so I think they would restructure him, and you can't really do that in this game. So if he is still here, which I believe he is, or he's not, he was here. I'm not really sure where he went. So instead, we're going to have to depend on our young quarterback, Gray, who's a 76 overall. The offense is looking way better with Connor Williams. We have Devontae Adams still. Valdez is looking good. John Ross. On defense, though, I mean, how can we get any better other than middle linebacker 2? We have all these young ends, which is going to be great. Still have our good secondary, our good linebacking squad. But let's go to the midseason mark. How are we tied with the Lions again at 3-4, and the Bears are 5-3? It just doesn't make sense. Mitchell Trubisky is not that good, by the way. We got blown up by the Bears, lost by 10 to the Cowboys, 6 to the Vikings, and 3 to the Patriots. Now, I want to see what we have for money because Alexander is going to be a free agent. Obviously, we franchise tagged him. Let's see. Amos is there as well. He's 29 years old, though. 82.6. All right, we can make this work then. Ooh, I might let a lot of these guys go. Maybe not. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Definitely Gary and Savage. Sternberger. Lowry, probably not. Jenkins, we will. Allison, probably going to let him walk at this point. Let's bring some of these guys back, though. I like how at the beginning of this, I was like, if Aaron Rodgers just had a defense, he'd win so many Super Bowls. And here I am, not making the playoffs for the second straight year. I know we don't have Rodgers, but we made the playoffs twice with him, and we were 1 and done. Unbelievable. Then we go 6-10, and the Bears are there at 11-5. Let's look at the stats. Gray, 3,900 yards, 34 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. Not the best year. Rushing, Jones, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Adams, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Valdez, 744 with 3. Sternberger, 630 with 3. Allison, 580 with 9. On defense, Martinez, only 91 tackles. Sack totals 7 for Clark, 3.5 for Lowry, 2 for Martinez, 2 for Gary. Interceptions, 2 for Alexander. Savage isn't doing anything, by the way. He did something the first year. Oh, you want to look at the awards. Something the first year, then nothing after that. It's kind of unbelievable. MVP, Justin Herbert. We are not up there. Coach of the year, we wouldn't be there. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Herbert. Nothing from the Packers. Defensive Player of the Year, why would be up there? Offensive Rookie of the Year. We have David Martin at number 7. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we will have nothing yet again. It's just like we're here. We're not really doing anything. We have a great team. We're just not performing the way we should be. And I don't really know how to make that better. Gray with 2. Martin with 4. I don't know how he's in the Defensive Rookie of the Year talk, by the way. Pretty good amount on the defensive, or offensive line, rather. 2 for Cooks. 1 for Ane. Gentry with 3, which is pretty good. 2 for Gary. 1 for Savage, who didn't do anything. Alexander with 1. Jackson with 1. It's going to be a rough final year. We'll have a good amount of money, but let's go find out who's going to win the Super Bowl. Hey, the Cowboys won Super Bowl 57, beating the Browns 21-14. Kind of unbelievable, but we'll just ignore that. Now, Smith is third. You want Gary to come back. He turned us down. We still have a lot of money, so that's fine. Don't know if I want to go that high. We'll go here. We'll go 2.89. He's going to come on back. I mean, Za'Darius Smith's a 79, but 4 years, I'm not going to do that. Lowry, I'm not going to do. All these guys, I'm just not going to do. So let's go to free agency. We should have, what, like $30 million, something like that? Let's see. Yeah, 29.19, basically $30 million. Tuitt's there. I'm not going to do that. Eddie Goldman, Rankins, Hardman's there. Doesn't really make sense, but he's there. Earl Thomas, no. Hines. There's nobody here, of course. The year when I need people to be here, there's nobody. Boykin's there. Cam Newton's there. Henderson's there. I don't need him. Lindstrom's there. I mean, I could bring him in. We have Bailey, though, as a 73. Trevor Williams. There's nothing that we need. I'll bring in David Montgomery because why not? 94 points. DeAndre Baker's there. I'll bring him in. Same reason, because why not? I could use a linebacker. Isabella's there. Tardif's there, who I don't need, but for 1 year, why not? Lonnie Johnson. I thought that was Lane Johnson. Za'Darius Smith's getting 95 points. Like, what's going on? Davenport's there. Lee's there. I'm going to bring in Markel Lee. I have no idea who that is. Maybe you guys will make fun of me. That's fine. I just don't know. Pollard's there. Hooker's there. I'm going to bring in Hooker as a backup. Just kind of loading up at this point, but let's advance the week, see how many of these guys we get. I usually like to skip over this stuff now, but I'm kind of annoyed, to be honest. We got Hooker, Montgomery, we got everybody, and I did forget to look at maybe there's a quarterback there that we could pick up for some cheap money. Matthew Stafford, Mullins, Daniel Jones is there. Not high overall, though. That's fine, though. Let's go to the draft. We don't need a right tackle at the 7th overall pick, but this is hard to pass up. I'm looking around. There's no quarterbacks I want to get. We don't need a strong safety right now. We don't need a receiver. I mean, I really don't know what to do. I kind of have to take that right tackle. There's right ends we don't need. Cornerbacks we don't need. Running back, obviously, I'm not going to take with the 7th overall pick. So we're going to take Lamont Jeffries. He's a 76 overall, only normal development. 89 strength, 75 run block, 79 pass block. Our quarterback is not great, so we're taking another one, Dakota Xavier. He's a 74 overall with hidden development, 21 years old, 89 throw power, 81 deep accuracy and medium accuracy, 85 short. So after that, in the 3rd round, I took center series, a 69 overall. In the 4th, I took a tight end, St. Clair, 65 overall. Like usual, the rest of the draft is just not pretty. I'm going to do something a little daring. We are going to cut Gray to get our rookie quarterback starting. So goodbye, so long. And I think we're looking pretty good. Xavier's a 74. The offensive line's looking good. 72 center's not great, but we could move Bailey over, but I think that'll be fine. Stars on the tackle. Tardif's there at right guard. We have Connor Williams at left guard. The receivers are looking great. And on defense, I don't think it can get any better. Maybe middle linebacker 2. The ends are looking good. The corners are looking phenomenal. Safeties are looking great. But let's go to the playoffs. How do we miss the playoffs? I don't get it. We went 6-10 again. The Lions won the division. How did our rookie do, Xavier? 3,800 yards, 36 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Way better than I thought he was going to do. Jones, 955, 3 touchdowns. Montgomery with 5. Receiving Adams, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Valdes, 730 with 7. Ross, 709 with 8. Sternberger, 617 with 6. On defense, Martinez, 113 tackles. Sack totals, 12 for Clark, 8 for Gary. I mean, it's about time. I like how the final year they step up. 2 interceptions for King. A bunch of, oh, there's Savage with 1. Where have you been the past 3 seasons? It's kind of unbelievable. MVP Elliott. Any Packers. No, Coach of the Year, we won't be there. Offensive Player of the Year, we might be there now. We are not, of course. Why would I be that foolish? Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack for probably the 4th year in a row. No Packers. Offensive Rookie Xavier, that makes sense. St. Clair at 5. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I almost want to go one more year at this point. I want to, let's see. If Xavier has superstar or above, we'll do one more year. If he's star, we're not going to. And he has star, 6 XP points though. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think so. Just because we probably won't have the money. I spent all our money in the offseason. It just wouldn't make sense. But I think we did a pretty good job. We drafted Cooks. I know we didn't make the playoffs, didn't win Super Bowls, but I don't think that's on me because this defense should be winning us a bunch of games. But we drafted Cooks, Rotten, Gentry. We drafted Ane. We drafted who else? Wasn't there? I thought there was a good linebacker we got. I guess not. Iceworth, we drafted the 74. Cromartie's a 65. But on that offensive line, drafted Trey Adams is going to be an 87. Jeffries is a 76. Bailey 74. Grouper 73 at the end of this. Jenkins is up to a 78. We let him develop. What else did we do? Obviously, Xavier Martin we got as well as a 69. But I think we did a pretty good job, all things considered, because they don't have the most money in the world. Letting players develop. Aaron Rodgers went down big time, which I didn't really expect, but it kind of makes sense now that I think about it. But make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Come on back for more. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.